week turned bad for the Bulls after losing in overtime at Dallas. Earlier, they were all smiles after beating New York and Miami. They haven't lost 2 in a row since December and hope to keep it that way tonight. Not since Jim Bowie and Davy Crockett at the Alamo have 2 men so boldly defended San Antonio as Tim Duncan and David Robinson. The Admirals' exploits are well documented, and Duncan has more than proven his worth as the #1 pick in last year's draft. Tonight, Scottie Pippen, David Robinson, Tim Duncan, Michael Jordan, the Bulls and Spurs next. David Robinson, the veteran.
Both #1 draft choices.
It'll be Harper and Jordan, Pippen, Rodman, and Kukoc. And for San Antonio, Chuck Person, not Will Perdue, gets the start up front. For the Spurs, I didn't think they'd start Will Perdue because how could they match up with Scottie Pippen? Bernie Fryer, Joe Borgia, and Nolan Fine are the officials, and we're underway. The Spurs in the home white. Johnson and Del Negro, the backcourt tandem for San Antonio. Duncan, Robinson, and the rifleman up front, Chuck Person. Duncan against Rodman. Rebound, Tony Kukoc. He pushed the Admiral out of the way on that one.
Well, what they wanted to do is go right to Tim Duncan on Dennis Rodman, see if they could pick a foul up. Everybody stayed to the left side on that.
Rodman guarded by Robinson. Those two have a long history. Here's Tony Kukoc, turns it over to Dennis. And the rebound picked away by Duncan. Avery Johnson on the push. Del Negro, the catch and shoot jumper. That's what he does best. On the break, on the wing, catch, stop, shoot.
And if he gets off early like that, it's very difficult to stop. Sometimes he can't find his game.
Bulls spread the floor. Kukoc on the block. Jordan out front. Scottie Pippen comes high, gives it up to Tony. Steps away. Avery Johnson got a piece of it. Kukoc to Jordan. Time winding down. Michael had it halfway down. Tony lost the rebound. Knocked out of bounds. Going to belong to Chicago. No, they're going to call. Are they calling for a jump ball? No, they're saying no, Chicago ball.
Tony tentative there on actually got the shot blocked.
Looked like the Bulls made a pass too many in that sequence. Harper, crisp ball movement to Pippen. Scottie on the drive.
Stay here on the foul.
Bernie Fryer with the call, and the foul's on Del Negro. It's his first. John, San Antonio is a team that will, if they make substitutions, especially on the front line, chances are they're going to get bigger with a Will Perdue coming into the lineup, and I imagine the Bulls will be able to play some of their big men. Joe Klein, we're going to see Wennington a little bit here tonight. Michael off the mark there. Tony on the tip. Nicely done. Last 2 games, Kukoc just played pretty well.
The one thing you've got going for you is that Robinson rarely blocks out, neither does Duncan. They go for the ball. So if you were, that was a foul, and they will not let it continue. Tony reached in. So they go down the first time to Duncan, and they go on a fast break, and Del Negro hits the shot. Then they come back slow again, and they go down to David Robinson. They will take turns, high-low.
And both big men are pretty good passers out of the post as well. Duncan, quick look to the baseline. As I said, both big men are pretty good passers. He throws it away. Duncan maintains one of the Bulls tipped it, but
2 referees out of the 3 say no, and Bernie Fryer doesn't say anything, so here we come.
2 out of 3 is a majority.
Yep.
Kukoc from the outside off the mark. Dennis the rebound. 22 rebounds in the game at Chicago. Rodman lost it off his foot. Johnson returns the favor in kind.
This is a difficult building to shoot in.
Yep.
No background at all. Now they've got the curtain on that one side, which gives you a blue background, but there's so much space here. It looks like the baskets are just hanging out in front.
Scottie Pippen for 3. Bulls start out cold, and that ball was tipped by Robinson off the backboard standard. It'll belong to Chicago. A cold start, 1 for 8 from the floor. San Antonio just 2 shots so far. Scottie Pippen to Michael Jordan. Jordan had a hard shot a little bit more than he wanted to. Michael able to save and tightrope the baseline.
So they're doubling Michael pretty good and covering up the three-point shooter on that side, who was Ben Pippen. There's a nice look at it by Michael. Nope.
Again off the side of the rim.
Dennis.
Rodman working the boards down low. Kukoc gets an open look, tries the bank, and it won't go. Johnson gets by Jordan. Del Negro resets the floor. Almost 3 minutes gone by in this, the first quarter.
That's it over the top.
Duncan. An air ball.
Yep.
Scottie Pippen back the other way.
Both teams having a tough time shooting here. Pip with the three.
Bring it up.
Bring it home one time.
Five to 2 Bulls on top. Robinson. Avery Johnson down low. Able to circle around Duncan to the right hand of the hook, and Rodman controls the board. Bulls have scored 5 of the first 7 points in the game.
One-on-one.
Inside on Del Negro. That time they did not double John, and Michael took advantage of it. A good start for the Bulls in terms of the score. They haven't shot particularly well, but they lead 7-2. Spurs space the floor. Johnson to Robinson up high. There's the high-low pass down to the rookie, and it's deflected away. Off the turnover, Scottie Pippen. Again, a pull-up for three.
Another three, and they want a timeout.
Scottie Pippen with a pair of trays in the early going gives the Bulls a 10-2 lead over the San Antonio Spurs with 7:49 left to go. In this, the first quarter from the Alamo Dome. Information.
Well, the Bulls put on full court pressure after that timeout, forcing Duncan to bring the ball up.
Spurs now settled into their offense. Bulls on a 10-0 run over the last 2 minutes plus. Person with a hanging jumper from deep.
Michael just passed Big Daddy.
All-time leading rebounder in Bulls history, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. In addition to being the all-time leading scorer and the all-time leader in many other categories.
Look up anything you want about the Bulls and you'll find Michael there.
At the top of the list. 7 to go on the shot clock for Scottie Pippen. To the left hand.
Dennis, whoa, didn't quite get it back to the basket.
Robinson to Johnson. 5 minutes gone by first quarter. Tony Gamble, Duncan, Michael Jordan the block.
You know what? One on each end. Michael's up to shoot it. Michael says no. They just showed it again on the big screen.
Jordan pass out Pippen for the spot up for 2. Pippen with 8 points. Scottie had 18 at Dallas, but it was just 8 of 25 from the field in that game. Robinson. David Robinson's first from the field. And the Bulls' lead is 8. Kukoc. Harper right back to Tony on the drive. Kukoc to the right hand that time. Tony's been averaging 19 points a game over the last couple of ball games. Bulls extend their lead to 10 points once again.
Good job by Tony in front of the Admiral that time. And now the step back. Just don't let him go to his left side.
Del Negro gets it inside to Robinson, who short-armed it, but was fouled by Kukoc.
Second foul. We'll see what happens here if Phil comes with Joe Klein. That's what he did in Chicago.
You know, John, we've talked a lot about, and a lot has been made about the size of the San Antonio Spurs, but here tonight so far with these opening lineups on the floor, it appears to me like the Spurs are struggling a little bit more to match the Bulls than vice versa.
Well, they're big and they're quick, but the Bulls might be a little bit quicker, even at
smaller certainly,
that,
but quicker also. And they've gotten some great looks and wide open shots. The early couple of minutes of the game, the Bulls shot poorly, but have picked it up considerably since, and as a result, don't join an 8-point lead. Pippen. Here's Kukoc. Michael Jordan right back to Tony. Scotty for three again. Just a bit short. Rodman bangs away at it. Can't control it.
Dennis up and gets a great hand from this crowd here with the acrobatic almost rebound. And I'll tell you what, if we kept attempted rebounds like we always kid about, Dennis would lead the world in attempted.
Yeah, he'd be the all-time leader. You're right. Coming up at 5 minutes to go, first quarter. Avery Johnson. They've set some isolation. Now Duncan delivers the screen. Johnson off the dribble. Rodman again trying to work the board. Duncan secures. Person for three. Ring it up. The rifleman Chuck Person. He is the one San Antonio Spur that can cause you problems out beyond the arc. Kukoc on the move. Gave it up to Harper. Batted right back to Tony. Up for grabs. Scotty finds the handle. Off the glass. Pippen with 10. 16-9 Chicago. And again the Spurs set the floor. Johnson to Robinson. Pippen the rebound. Dennis wanted a foul on Duncan that time. The rookie was over the back. Bulls will run some offense here. Pippen around a screen by Rodman. Michael Jordan the
in the hole.
Yes, a foul.
Yes,
what
sir.
A shot by Jordan off the rebound.
One up, got that rebound, and he was sailing towards the court. He let it go back up. Take a look at this underneath. Now he's got Del Negro. He and Del Negro go at it. Michael now gets underneath, good position. Up he goes, catches, lets it fly.
Man.
Was that Del Negro's foul?
Yes, it was.
The big guy. Okay, that's the second. He leaves, and Jaren Jackson comes in. Will try to put a little pressure on Michael. Dickie Simpkins in the lineup for the Bulls.
Michael with 5, Scottie Pippen with 10. They've teamed up for 15 of the 19 Chicago points, and again the lead is double digits for the Bulls. They've led throughout this first quarter. Ever since San Antonio broke on top 2-0, the Bulls scored 10 straight points and have had the lead since. Duncan, beautiful move.
Nice move.
Gorgeous move by Tim Duncan. He's averaging almost 20 points a game for San Antonio. 3.5 to go in this first quarter. Good spacing by the Bulls on this set. Harper backing Johnson. A little bit strong with that shot. Robinson the rebound. This is Jaren Jackson. The Admiral on the trail.
Pretty good when you can bring a big guy down like that and stop and pull the J on you as being the trailer on the fast break.
These are two of the most athletic 7-footers you'll find. David Robinson and Tim Duncan. Timeout called by the Bulls. So the Spurs start to climb back in it. They're down by 6 after the Bulls had built a double-digit lead. You're watching the Bulls on WGN.
Tom Borwinkle with Scottie Pippen, Jerry Sloan, and Artis Gilmore in the top 5. And with that record, MJ now holds the top 10 career records in Bulls history. Points, games, minutes, rebounds, steals, field goals, free throws, attempts on both. What a career.
You think anybody will remember him, Dan?
I'm not sure, John.
You know, Michael scored his 25,000th career point here last year. Nice block by Johnson, recovering against Steve Kerr in the corner. Kerr enters the lineup for the Bulls. So the Bulls have Jordan and Kerr the guards, Simpkins, Pippen, and Rodman up front.
Reggie Geary in the game now. Oh, just took it away from Dickey. Monty Williams.
To Geary. Got a foul on Simpkins. Auspicious start for Simpkins.
I thought Phil might go with Joe Klein.
I did too.
You know, right away.
To match the size, but again, David Robinson is a 7-footer, Red, but he plays he doesn't play quite the physical game that you would expect from a 7-footer.
What he did in Chicago against Morning when Dennis got his first foul, he moved Joe Klein in and moved Dennis over a little bit.
Reggie Geary makes 1 out of 2 at the line. 19-14, Bulls on top, and here's Scottie Pippen. Under 2.5 to go first quarter. Jordan in close. Oh, shot that on the way down.
Shot it over everybody coming to help, too. Big guys coming to help.
And little hesitation. Everybody went by him, and then Michael able to pop it in. Bulls leading 21-14. Simpkins trying to front Robinson. The Admiral on the right block usually likes to go to his left across the lane. Simpkins played it well that time. On the outside, Reggie Geary. Pippen enters to Jordan. Good catch by Michael in traffic. Scottie at the arc, trying to drive on Williams.
Steve Kerr looking.
Good move around Geary. Steve Kerr for 2. 23-16. Under 1:30 to go first quarter. Bulls with the lead. Spurs have the ball. Some banging going in. Dickie Simpkins and David Robinson. Simpkins second personal.
First and last 2 minutes. Here comes Wilbert. Will Purdue. Still a householder in Illinois.
Yes, he is. Still paying those Illinois taxes, property taxes.
Robinson sits down. Got 6 points.
Tim Duncan against Dennis Rodman. Michael Jordan tried to double down. A wild shot by Duncan. And it'll belong to San Antonio. Kerr unable to capture in time before it hit the baseline.
Greg Popovich all over him. The official.
Williams on the inbound. Taken away from Jaren Jackson by Michael Jordan. Kerr on the wing, guarded by Geary. Pippen against Monty Williams. Purdue is coming on the double team. The ball knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to the Bulls. Scottie on the inbound. Jordan off the isolation. Purdue comes over to help out. Pass for Dickie Simpkins, stolen away. Geary. Jackson. Will Purdue, the putback would not fall. Rodman rebound.
Watch it, Scottie.
Steve Kerr out of the corner for 2. 4 for Kerr. Under half a minute to go. About a 2-second difference, shot clock to game clock. Bulls leading 25-16.
Dickie really didn't know what they wanted of him, did he?
No, he didn't. He was confused in that play. Gary's fouled by Jordan. Michael's first.
They hollered to come on out and double team the man, and Dickie, look, you want me to leave Duncan all alone here at the free throw line?
And, you know, obviously got caught in the middle with the hesitation, and quick pass to...
all right, now keep an eye on the Spurs. They do have a foul to give, so if Michael comes up with it, you know, almost sure they'll go after him. Reggie Geary.
The shooters for the final seconds of this quarter, 8.6 remaining. Rodman and Dickie Simpkins lead. Reggie Geary with his second of the line. Knocked out of bounds. Going to belong to Chicago. Last touch by San Antonio. I believe it was Duncan who tipped it out.
All right, let's see where the foul comes.
Pippen ahead to Jordan. Michael, quick turn.
They had to foul a take, and they didn't do it. Bang, Michael hammers you. He's got 9.
And the first quarter comes to a close. Well, a good start for the Bulls. Jordan with 9, Scottie Pippen with 10. The Bulls leave the floor at the end of 1, leading by 10, 27-17. You're watching the Bulls on WG.
Thank you very much. As always, you know, proud to be honored to be in the San Antonio Spurs.
Franchise all-time leading scorer, the franchise first Hall of Famer. I know you'd like to be playing tonight, wouldn't you?
Thank you. Yes, I would. Thank you.
Wayne and John, take it away.
George Gervin, you know, former Bull. Remember when Michael broke his foot in that second year? He came over and played for the Bulls.
He still had a few bullets left in that rifle, didn't he?
Oh, he did. I remember he got 40 points in a game at Dallas.
Tony Kukoc's first offering of the second quarter off the mark. Bulls did not shoot particularly well in that first quarter. 7 of 17.
We got some.
Duncan's pass deflected by Pippen, picked off by Bushler.
The Bulls got quite a few players from San Antonio that played with them. Mark Oberding, Dave Corzine, Kobe Dietrich, Artis Gilmore, Gervin, and of course, the best of all, I think, Johnny Paxson.
Yeah. Foul is on Rodman, illegal screen. Let's take a look at tonight's first quarter statistics brought to you by AT&T. It's all within your reach. As I mentioned, the shooting not particularly good. The rebounding edge belonged to the Bulls. Bulls had more shots than did San Antonio, 25 to 12, twice as many shots. Duncan mishandles inside, picked off by Rodman. Pippen off the mark, and it'll belong to San Antonio. Reggie Geary sets it up. Phil Jackson on the bench. Tim Duncan on the block against Rodman. Duncan second from the field. He has 4. Kukoc on the go. Bushler able to handle. A different kind of lineup in there for Phil Jackson right now. 3. Bushler is there. Kerr for 3. No.
Boy, I'll tell you what, both Bulls, Scotty and Kerr off to the right on that shot.
Scottie Pippen from the baseline, and the Bulls struggle at the outside of the second quarter. Purdue's rebound gets Jackson on the move. Jaren Jackson for 2. 27-21, the Spurs are back to within 6. And a 20-second timeout called by Phil Jackson. Phil not at all happy with the start for his team. San Antonio off to a 4-0 start to begin the second quarter. On Friday, March 20th, when the Bulls battle the Vancouver Grizzlies, it's Miller Genuine Draft Hat Night. First 10,000 adults, 21 and over, entering the United Center will receive a Bulls hat. Compliments of Miller Genuine Draft. Wayne Larrabee, Johnny Red Kerr
to the middle, Duncan. A tough shot, but he had a good look at it, knew he was going to.
That's happened many times before. Steve Kerr dumps it off to Kukoc. Oh, he should have taken the shot. Yep.
It's only because it was a surprise to Rodman. Rodman was looking to rebound.
The Bulls with Robinson comes back in, as you can see. The Bulls with Kerr, Bushler, Pippen, Kukoc, and Rodman on the floor. A very strange lineup. I don't see that combination very often.
Bulls have not scored in this quarter. Spurs have got a couple baskets.
Del Negro.
Tony is now, well, here Rodman has picked up David.
Forces Robinson to go baseline. Kukoc retrieves. Somebody may have gotten a piece of that shot by Robinson. He missed it badly. Steve Kerr, quick spot up. Short-armed it. Del Negro the rebound. Del Negro, Monty Williams, Purdue, Robinson, and Gary on the floor for San Antonio. Monty Williams over Kukoc. Doug Bushler picks off the rebound. Rebounding has not been a problem for the Bulls here yet tonight, Red.
No, it's amazing that they've still got the lead. They're shooting 34%.
Yep. Bushler.
And it's nothing to do with free throws. Bushy, he gets a favorable bounce.
That one almost came out. There's the rebounding total. They've doubled up on San Antonio. Spurs, though, are a very good defensive team. #1 in the league in opponents' field goal percentage. Robinson in close and Rodman. Pippen over to help. Buechler on a run out. Bulls have numbers. Pippen trying to finish. Del Negro denies him the opportunity. Foul on Vinny Del Negro is his third.
Terrific defensive work, though, down on the Admiral, who is going to go on in by himself. Watch the company he gets. Dennis is right in front of him. Pippen comes over. So now we got a block by Michael, a block by Pippen, and here comes Bushy on a push out. He's going to find his guy, co-captain, on the left side, and Pip goes to the free throw line for a couple.
Pip makes good on his first. He'll have another. Bulls had their problems in Dallas at the free throw line in the fourth quarter and overtime the other night, hitting just 5 of 11. Bill Wennington on the floor now for the Bulls in place of Tony Kukoc.
Hey, tonight I'm missing Bill Gleason's St. Patrick's Night party here. A little cottage on the slope. I would be having some fun watching you doing this game. But
you're right.
No, I've got to be here.
Well, that's because you're a trooper, Red. You wouldn't think about being at that party if the Bulls are playing.
I may get to the south side one tomorrow.
Yes, I would have imagined you'd be there. Bulls by 9. Here's Johnson on the runner off the glass. Purdue trying to rebound, cannot. Loose ball foul coming up against the Bulls.
Well, you know, the Bulls have Dennis Rodman with 15 rebounds. Okay, I mean 15 a game. They've got two rebounders that are doing an outstanding job, and then Will Purdue is the third guy at almost 7 rebounds a game. The Bulls don't have anybody behind Dennis that does it, except they, as a team, out rebound San Antonio.
Right. Robinson looking to make a move. Jaren Jackson clears the screen. Watch there. You know, when he gets it going off screens inside the arc, he's pretty deadly. And he's got it going. Couple from the field here in the second quarter. Jaren Jackson. Jackson has played very well recently. Buechler gets an open look. Nothing but net. Buechler second from the field. The Bulls lead again by 9.
Look at this, the spreading on the floor.
Chuck Person bears watching in the arc. Jackson looking to enter to Robinson. Jackson for 3 from the outside. Jaren Jackson has come in off the bench to give San Antonio a boost.
Shooting 37%, but you wouldn't know that in his last 3 shots.
No. Or his last couple of games. Wennington against Will Purdue. Wennington right around Purdue. Denied on the jam. No foul.
The whole bench up, everybody looking. You got to come up with a foul on that play. Shoots over everything.
Jaren Jackson, an air ball, and the Bulls back the other way. Pippen to Kerr.
Boy, Wennington, in the bench, everybody thought he had to.
This is Buechler. Wennington with 5 to go on the shot clock. Oh, good look inside. Pippen couldn't finish. Rodman trying to keep it alive. Able to save it.
Another attempted rebound.
Kerr for 3.
Oh, I don't get it. Will doing a great job for them off the boards now.
Johnson to Robinson. He was fouled.
Buechler tried to get in front to pick up the foul, but David Robinson will go to the free throw line after we have this timeout.
Well, an illustration there of how quick David Robinson can get down the floor. The post lane sprint by Robinson. The foul on Buechler when we resume. Robinson will be at the line. 5:57 to go for the half. The Bulls by 6.
Comes up with his 8th rebound. He misses the tip. Now watch the ball as it's going out of bounds. Look at this. What a save. He saves to Scottie Pippen.
There he is battling the Admiral.
Beautifully done.
Well, you take a look at the rebounding leaders. These are 2 of the top 3 teams in the NBA.
And it's funny, 4 out of the 5 are over the 50% mark. You got Golden State bringing up the rear, but yeah. I don't know if they just missed so many shots.
Yeah, that's it. I think that you got it right on the head. They have a lot of rebounds to be had in their games, you know what I mean? David Robinson, the last couple of games. Really, Coach Popovich mentioned that he's starting to round into form. He had missed some time with a sore knee. And the last couple of games, Robinson's starting to come back into form, and they're going to need David Robinson healthy down the stretch going into the playoffs.
Well, they come back now with Duncan. They've got Duncan and Robinson. Dennis gets rebound number 9. Michael back in the game along with Scott Burrell. So the Bulls still have a...
And Ron Harper in also.
Yeah. they still have a guy that can open the game.
Jordan guarded by Jaren Jackson. Double down from Johnson. Michael finds Tony Kukoc for the spot up. Rodman working. Going through Johnson, and a loose ball foul called by Bernie Fryer.
Well,
Phil Jackson not happy with the call.
No.
Neither was Dennis Rodman.
going for the ball, and you almost have to let guys go after it like this, you know, but they know there's a loose ball foul that can be called, and boy, oh boy.
5.5 to go first half. Johnson trying to penetrate. Bulls are leading by 5.
I'd like to get the third foul on Dennis here in the first half.
Duncan isolated. Burrell rebounds. Here's the lead for Tony Kukoc. Tony.
Looked like Tony was going to dunk it. He's mad that he got fouled. He went in to dunk it, and it ended up going off the glass.
5 minutes straight up to go first half. The Bulls lead is 7 points. Jaren Jackson off the screen by Robinson. Now the entry to David Robinson in the F roll. Loss of air under that shot. His third field goal. He has 9 points in the game. Kukoc. This is Burrell. Gets a screen from Rodman. Seven to go on the shot clock for Kukoc. Against Duncan. Tony to Burrell. Spot up three. Got it off just in time. Duncan there to rebound. Avery Johnson on the run. On the penetration. Robinson the tip.
Now that time Dennis is really upset. He goes at the official, Joe Borgia, and said, didn't he come over the back?
34-31. The Bulls lead is down to 3. Phil Jackson up off the bench pacing. This is Jordan. Rodman. No, they're going to call this foul on Jackson, bumping with Rodman, trying to fight through the Rodman screen. Jaren Jackson's first personal foul, second on the team. Perhaps
Boy, they've only got, what's that, their third?
Phil's been lobbying the officials in recent minutes, along with Dennis Rodman. Maybe that helped get him a call there. 3-point lead, Chicago. Down the stretch in the first half. Under 4 minutes to go first half. Tony. Michael on the block for turnaround. An air ball. Robinson is knocked away by Burrell. Last touch by Robinson.
Bulls ball. Robinson is all over.
He's incensed. David Robinson making his thoughts known to the official Bernie Fryer, who had a great look at that play. Maybe we'll get another look as well. Tony finds Burrell on the backside of that play. Robinson got a piece of it. Burrell stripped of the ball by Robinson. The back tap taken by Avery Johnson.
Oh,
Spurs are down by 3. Johnson. Here's Duncan. High low to the Admiral, and they got a foul coming up.
Tony really upset. See if Robinson comes over Dennis on this play of the missed shot. Looked like it, didn't it?
Watch this. This might be a makeup call here. Yeah, it certainly looked like Burrell tipped that out of bounds to me. So
Dickie Simpkins back in now for Tony Kukoc.
So there, folks, you had an example of the makeup call in the NBA. 3:06 left to go this first half. 34-31. Bulls leading the Spurs.
Very low scoring game.
Two good defensive teams. Robinson, double down from Harper. Person right back to the Admiral. Person for three. Nope. Dickie Simpkins back taps the rebound. Duncan took it, and Johnson sets it. Avery Johnson with Monty Williams and Chuck Person on the wings, and the big guys inside. Here's Person. Chuck Connors Person. With 5, and it's a 1-point Bulls lead.
Bulls had a 10-point lead coming into this quarter, and now struggling to hang on here. 2:15 left.
Simpkins finds Jordan. Michael with his first field goal of the second quarter has 11 in the game. Bulls by 3. 2 minutes straight up to go first half. Robinson backdoor. Beautiful feed from Duncan.
Can't do much about that. That ball was up and away. Beautifully done. There was some pressure on Duncan too, so that pass had to be up.
Jordan fouled by Monty Williams. He'll go to the line.
Take a look
at this.
Yes, sir.
And it really read it. You don't see it from here, but it's a spin down low by Robinson that makes that play.
Yeah, he spun around the top, and you saw Dickie Simpkins. Now, Simpkins got his hand up pretty good, and here's the spin. All you got to do is look for it. He does. Wow. Catches and deposits.
Well done by the Spurs. It's a 1-point ball game with 1:39 left to go in this first half. Robinson with 13, with 11, Pippen with 11, leading the way. Danger of equaling a dubious distinction. Low points for the season in one quarter. Twice it's been 11 points. They're at 9 right now, but Michael, Jeffrey, Jordan is at the line.
Well, terrific also is in the last 5 games, the Spurs have turned it over almost 20 times a game. They're 3-2 in those games. Tonight they've only got 6 turnovers.
3 of those came early in the first quarter, John.
Yep.
Michael with 13 points. 38-35, Bulls pressure in the back.
Scotty.
Pippen tips the inbounds away from Chuck Person, able to recapture as the rifleman, and now the Spurs set it up. Well, that pressure will scramble the offense a little bit, delay them in getting into their set. Now they want to go through the Admiral at some point. Person's pass deflected by Burrell and picked off by Jordan. They were trying to go to the Admiral on the block down low. Now the Bulls space the floor. Under 1:30 to go in the half. Burrell. Got a good look at it.
Oh,
Tip
yeah.
by Jordan. 15 for Michael. Boy, down the stretch in this quarter, Red, he has been on fire. Jordan with all 6 of his points.
They gave that to Simpkins.
They gave it to Simpkins?
Yeah, they both went up and hit it, and I thought that they were going to give it to Michael too.
Johnson gets baseline, got around Harper. Burrell helps out and knocks it away. Outlet pass stolen by Robinson. Person on the drive, the lead for Robinson. He was pushed on the play. So a foul coming up. Thought it was Pippen from behind, and that it was. So they gave Dickie Simpkins the last Bulls field goal.
The turnover on that play. I mean, right next to him, Michael was standing right next to him. He tried to fire it out to Scotty, and Robinson, you'd think you could see him there. He's not, the little guy.
Here's what's on tap for the Bulls, brought to you by Miller Genuine Draft. To remind you, it's time for a good old macro brew. Tuesday night at Indiana, the Pacers and Bulls. Bullseye at 6:30 p.m. for Chicago area viewers only. Then on Friday, March 20th against Vancouver, game time 7 p.m. right here on the WGN Superstation. So we'll see you next Friday night. Those of you looking in around the country.
He's perfect from that free throw line. 15 points. Steve Kerr in the lineup now. Bulls with a 3-point lead.
Pippen lost his footing. And Jordan. Kerr out front. Scotty thought he got pushed by Jared Jackson. Now Michael looking to do a number. Dickie Simpkins has it knocked away. Dickie turns with time winding down to the shot clock. Oh boy. Scramble of a set that time for the Bulls. They did not get anything close to the shot they wanted. Now San Antonio has time for one last. Bulls by 3. Robinson going to work. The tip by Duncan is there.
We got a 1-point game, 7/10. Pip with a long one.
First half comes to a close. The end of one half in San Antonio. The Bulls at times enjoyed a double-digit lead of 10 points. But they head off at halftime with just a 1-point advantage over the San Antonio.
David Robinson hammers it in. But now here's Michael Jordan. Watch him go over the Admiral and gets a free throw.
Take a look at some of the numbers in the first half. Chicago shot just 33%, including 2 of 10 from the arc. The Bulls had 15 more shots from the field because they had 13 off.
51 shots off and only hit about 34%.
Yeah, how about that? We got to shoot better, and we got to continue the pitch, and hopefully one of our open shooters is going to make a shot.
Okay, Bill, thanks. Wayne and Johnny, back to you.
All right, thank you, Dan. Take a look at Robinson over Kukoc. Want to do is make sure Luke Longley is ready to go against Indiana. That's where they're really going to need him. Start of the ball game.
Tony, a little left-hand hook over everybody.
Start of the second half, and the Bulls.
You don't have time to put that ball down in that lane with those big guys around you. So Tony just caught and let it fly.
Opening minute of play, third quarter. Robinson breaks free of Kukoc down low. Luke Harper for the jam. 17 for David Robinson. Pippen to Jordan. Oh, nice. No look to Harper. No foul call. There had to be. Bernie Fryer's got a call.
Yeah, that was on
Robinson.
Yeah, Robinson picks up his first foul. Nice play, Michael. Watch everybody gather around Michael, and he just flips it over his shoulder to Harp, and then he made the block, but people fail to see the body come over and just bury Harp.
Harper makes good on his first, and he will have another. Harp with 2 points. His first 2 points of the night. He's been averaging 8.3 points a game this week in the 3 games prior to tonight. Bulls leading it 44-41. Robinson left that one short. Duncan overjumped it. Michael Jordan takes it off the floor. Jordan in on Del Negro. Got a foul out front on the drive. Foul was on Del Negro, his 4th. You know, Red, he has not been able to stay up with Michael Jordan. There's no question about that, and that's why he has 4 fouls this early in the game.
You got a mismatch, too. You got him on Michael, and then you got Tony defensively on Robinson, and
it's an interesting game in that each side provides the other with some very difficult matchups.
Yes.
Rodman trying to enter to Kukoc. That ball was kicked. He'll reload the shot clock for the Bulls. On Monday, March 16th, when the Bulls battle the New Jersey Nets, it's 3Com Travel Mug Night. First 10,000 fans entering the United Center will receive a Bulls travel mug. Compliments of 3Com. Jordan goes to work. Robinson got it on the reverse. Michael got it back.
Pippen's in the corner.
Michael to the fallaway over the Admiral. It was either going to be Pippen or Michael, and Michael took matters into his own hands. He doesn't like to have his shot blocked. You know what, Red? You ever notice that? He really doesn't like that. 5-point lead, Chicago. Robinson on the drive.
Over the top again.
Rodman, nice acrobatic save to Kukoc on that rebound.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Tony in the drive.
Tony in the hole. He goes right around Duncan, draws the foul, but I want to tell you something. They're letting Robinson go at it over the boards, you know, on the offensive glass, and that's the first foul on Tim Duncan. Tony makes the basket. Take a look at Tony. Up he goes.
The left side is the strong side for Tony Kukoc, and he puts in on the 3-point play. Tony with 5 points here at the outset of the third quarter. And the timeout is taken to the floor. 9 minutes and 53 seconds left to go. The Bulls off to a very good start. Leading 9-2 in the third quarter and 49-41 for the game. Does not like to get his shot blocked.
No, but here David Robinson gets his 3rd blocked shot of the night, but it doesn't deter Michael. He comes around, looks a little bit, takes a slack up, comes in the middle, takes a little jumper, and gets a deuce. That's the 7th block that this club has got, and they are pretty good in block shots. They're 2nd in the league.
5 to go on the shot clock. Avery Johnson. Duncan double down from Harper. Tough shot. Rebound Kukoc. Boy, the Bulls played well defensively on that set. Now Tony finds Harper on the drive.
Harper comes up with a couple points now, and the Bulls have put some defense together after David Robinson hit that early shot.
Bulls have outscored the Spurs 11-2 here at the outset of the third quarter to rebuild a 10-point lead. Chuck Person back on the floor for San Antonio. Duncan on the block against Rodman solo. Harper comes over to help. Avery Johnson, you'll let him shoot that all day. Knocked out of bounds. I thought it was last touched by Duncan, but they're going to rule San Antonio. Now, wait a minute.
He made a mistake. My fault, he said.
Okay.
He had ruled back against San Antonio, but he says, my fault, as Joe Borgia came over.
So, teamwork on the part of the officials, and they get the call right.
Shades of his father, Sid Borgia. Great official in this league for many, many years.
Jordan flashes to the foul line. Beautiful up-under move. Couldn't finish it. Person trying to save it. Saved to the wrong side. Rodman to Jordan. And
wrong guy. They saved to the wrong guy under the Bulls basket. You almost better leaving that thing go out.
53-41. The Bulls build their biggest lead of the night. Del Negro, nice feed. Robinson, well done. Only the second field goal of the quarter for San Antonio. Both by David Robinson. The Bulls lead is 10. Almost 4 minutes gone by. Third quarter. Michael on the turn. Brick there, and Duncan retrieves. Avery Johnson running the break, averaging 8.3 assists per game. 7th in the NBA. Duncan.
Offensive foul. Yes, sir.
Call the offensive foul on David Robinson. His second.
Well, all these guys that cheered Dennis Rodman when he was introduced now give him the old boo bird. Here it is. Good position. Great position.
Harper sets the floor for the Bulls. Chicago by 10. Rodman the screen for Pippen. 7 to go on the shot clock. Tony. Pippen open in the arc, gives it up. Trying to pass to Harper, and the shot clock expired, but Robinson had intercepted anyway.
The Bulls get caught one too many passes.
Del Negro, Person, Robinson, Duncan, and Avery Johnson on the floor for San Antonio.
That is not a mismatch. Pitt picks the foul up. This is his second foul, but that is not a mismatch. Him going over on a guard on Del Negro. He gets caught with the foul that time, but Pitt's got those long arms and a little quicker.
Bulls off to a nice start in this third quarter. San Antonio has struggled. But all you've got to do is flip it up high, and the Admiral will go get it. Avery Johnson to David Robinson. Robinson has all 6 San Antonio points in the third quarter, and the Bulls' lead is 8.
You know, this is shades of when Wilt Chamberlain was playing. They would fire the ball up. Guy Rogers fired up around the rim.
Harper, deep 2. 6 for Harper.
And he'd just catch it and deposit it. There's nothing you could do. You play over that rim. Tonight it's tough.
Avery Johnson gets all the way in. Couldn't finish it, but Duncan does. So the Spurs beginning to pick it up now on the offensive glass.
6 quick points.
Chicago leading by 8. Ten to go on the shot clock. Jordan. Quick double from Johnson. Pippen open for 3. Michael. The rebound knocked away by Person into the hands of Del Negro, and this is Avery Johnson. Oh, Person almost walked there. Robinson and quick ball. Del Negro. Johnson. The feet to the Admiral and Duncan. Yes, to the foul.
Good play by Avery Johnson that time. Went down the baseline, went to the middle, gave it to the Admiral. He knocks it down. He's got 23. Tony picks up the foul. That's his 4th. Now watch him come over on the side here, go by Tony, and now he's going to hit David Robinson with a bounce pass, and Tony reaches up. Wow. Get a chance to close it to 5. This is 8 points in the quarter for David Robinson. He's got a steady game going here. He hasn't missed a free throw.
24 in the game for David Robinson. So the Bulls, who enjoyed a 12-point lead moments ago, now lead by just 5. Harper out top. Kukoc from the elbow. Rodman. Jordan able to keep it alive, knocked it out of bounds, and they're going to call a jump ball. Well, Jordan and Robinson on the jump, or is it Jordan and Johnson?
Jordan and Del Negro, I thought it was. Oh, it's going to be Robinson, huh?
Yeah, he's stepping in there. Come on, guys, what takes it so long? There we go. The 2 guys in there in the circle. Going to let him jump. Jordan against the 7-1 David Robinson.
Michael
won the tip. I don't believe it. He was just quicker, you know it?
Dennis was standing way back so they couldn't fast break.
Yeah. And Dennis was surprised to get the ball. Michael. 19 for Jordan. Bulls again by 7. Coming up in 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Avery Johnson off a screen by Robinson, the runner. His first 2 points of the game. 57-52 Chicago. Wayne Larrabee, Johnny Redkirk, Dan Rowan from the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas.
Where's
8 to go.
Where's the help?
Jordan, the baseline travel. He bumped into Del Negro and seemed to stumble a bit. I think he was thinking the same thing you were, Red. Where's the help coming from? And let's take a look at it again. He lost his footing.
Right. Looked like it could have almost been an offensive foul. Del Negro takes it to the side, and then Michael travels on the play.
Yep.
And the Bulls got a delay of game warning on that call also.
On the weed, Jaren Jackson back to the rifleman, Chuck Person. Bulls wanted a double dribble call on that play. Phil Jackson up off the bench. Jaren Jackson to Robinson for the jam. 26 for David Robinson.
Same play. We've seen it 4 out of the 5 baskets he's got in this quarter. They throw it up high, and he hammers it on home.
San Antonio closes to within 3 with 4:18 to go in the third on the deposit by the Admiral. Coming up on 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Bulls had a 12-point lead not long ago. They lead by 3 now. 8 to go on the shot clock. Scottie Pippen to Michael Jordan, steps away from Jaren Jackson. Jordan, the pull-up fadeaway over Robinson. Boy, I tell you, the shot clock expired.
Yep.
Oh, man. 21 for Jordan. 5 points the lead. Chicago. Boy, this is going to be a good one. You know it? Down the stretch. Wait till we get to the fourth quarter. Avery Johnson double teamed. He has to give it up. Robinson, the skip to Jackson for 3.
Jaren Jackson 2 for 2 out there.
Second on the team in 3-point field goal shooting. Jaren Jackson delivers. Bulls lead is 2. Pippen on the block, finds Kukoc at the foul line. Nice ball movement by the Bulls. 13 for Tony Kukoc. 4-point lead Chicago. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in the third.
Off his foot. He lost it.
Let's pause for station identification.
This is America's #1 sports station, WGN, Chicago.
Back at the Alamo Dome, Bulls resume offensively off the turnover by San Antonio. Spurs have done a pretty good job tonight overall taking care of the basketball after a sloppy start with 3 turnovers in the first 4 minutes of the game.
Michael looking for a hand check.
Harper gets the baseline on the
and a hole.
And a foul. Score the field goal.
Harp. All 8 of his points have come in this quarter, and he gets hit underneath Chuck Person. It looked like the guilty party.
It is.
Watch him come off the left side. Up he goes. The rifleman gets him, and it bounces on the rim, over the top, and in.
Again, he gets that quick step by the rifleman and lofts that shot over David Robinson. And Harper, 9 points, all of which have come, John, in the third quarter.
The guards have done all the scoring here along with Tony Kukoc.
Bulls leading by 7. Tim Duncan. Download it. Robinson had to adjust the shot. Rodman tipped it to Harper. Here comes Jordan. Bulls by 7, looking to extend to 9. Harper was not harped by Robinson, and Harper's on fire. Tell you, 11 points by Harper in the third quarter to equal the 11 points scored in the third quarter by David Robinson. Throw on another 8 from Jordan and another 7 from Kukoc, and the Bulls have now built a 66-57 lead.
There'll be no sitting next to him on the plane tonight.
No. The Bulls on a 7-0 run as the Spurs take a 22nd.
Tony gives him a nice little, Rodman gives him a nice little screen, and he knocks it down.
And a reminder, folks, down the stretch in the third.
Bulls only 2 fouls. Pippen now is on the Admiral.
Help from Harper. Made a good pass at Avery Johnson, but a foul called beforehand.
Harper picks up number 1, and that's the first foul in the last 2 minutes. And now Joe Klein comes in. So the little guys have worked and rotated on the Admiral. He's solved the problem so far with 26 points.
Duncan's been quiet.
Yes.
Rebound knocked around. Duncan picks it up off the floor. Misses again. And the rebound hustled by Rodman. Saved to Harper. How many times has he done that tonight?
12 rebounds by Dennis tonight. Now the Admiral's not going to go with Joe in the corner, so Joe's got to stay a little busy.
10 to go on the shot clock for Scottie Pippen. Harper on the block against Avery Johnson. Help coming from the 7-footer Duncan. Rodman trying to go backdoor Klein. Pippen for 2 as the shot clock expired. It did touch the rim, but Rodman unable to save from going out of bounds.
Joe's got to take that shot. He gets that shot on the baseline, you got to take it to beat the clock. Okay, Will Perdue comes in for Robinson, who might have got a little tired there, and he'll finish up with the minute and 16 on the bench.
Robinson's going to have to ice off his shooting hand with 11 points in that third quarter. 26 in the game for the Admirals.
See if they used the rookie now. See if they use Duncan. There's a high screen.
Person came around, a screen by Duncan, and hit on a runner. Well executed play by San Antonio, and the Bulls lead is 7 now. Under a minute to go, third quarter. Jordan wants it on the block. Harper in the lane.
Nice.
With the left hand.
Went with the left hand. That's a vintage early Ron Harper move. He's got 13 all this quarter.
Bulls leading 68-59. Avery Johnson. Person catch and shoot. Rodman the rebound off the floor.
They take one. I think they take one shot. Phil holds him down, says open it up, fist up.
There's a 4-second difference, shot clock to game clock, and the Bulls spread the floor.
And they've got 4 fouls, so they cannot commit one here.
8 to go on the shot clock. There's the shot clock, the left-hand corner of your screen. Michael almost lost it, and in fact, he did.
6.7.
Spurs get it back with the Bulls leading by 9.
Overplay. They want to keep Avery Johnson from getting this and just taking off.
Avery Johnson racing it across. Time winding down. Chuck Person did not get any kind of a shot away. He basically threw the ball into the back of Scottie Pippen. Chuck Person wanted a foul. No foul call made. And as a result, the Bulls outscore San Antonio 28-20 in the third quarter. Led by Ron Harper, 13 third quarter points. It offset 11 points in the quarter by the Admiral David Robinson. We're heading to the final 12 minutes of play with the Bulls leading the Spurs 68-59. Action on the floor for the Spurs. Duncan working Rodman. 10 points for Duncan, only his second field goal in the second half. 7-point lead for Chicago. Opening minute, fourth quarter. Steve Kerr, Michael Jordan the backcourt. Kukoc, Rodman, and Burrell up front. Michael to beat the clock. Jackson fouled him. Dan Rowan, courtside. What do you have, Dan?
Wayne, just before the end of the quarter, Phil Jackson got up, made a point of walking down to get in front of his bench players, and yelled at them and said, you guys have to come through in the fourth quarter because Michael and Scotty need some rest. Those two guys went the distance in the third, and Michael's still out there.
We'll watch it as the bench starts to come on. Kerr is there now, and I'm sure Jordan will be substituted for soon. Jackson, another foul. Take a look at the bench story. San Antonio getting a little bit more off of their bench than are the Bulls. Jaren Jackson picking up his second foul quickly. More importantly, second foul on the Spurs in the opening minute of the fourth quarter. Jordan going to work again. Hit by Burrell, not there. Duncan rebounds. Jackson to Monty Williams, knocked away by Kerr. Chased down by Jordan. He has numbers to Kukoc. Tony! Beautiful pirouette shot by Tony Kukoc. Score the field goal.
Tony makes a Michael shot. Comes in, gets the blow. Take a look at this. Here he comes down. Michael sees him running hard. There it is. He gives it to Tony. Tony comes up, takes the blow from Gary, knocks it in, rolls around. Take another look at that. That was kind of fun.
Man, that was good.
Yeah.
How about this angle?
Yeah. And you know what? That's the third foul now on them early here with less than 2 minutes left. Pip, you liked it? Yeah, you're getting some rest. Sit down.
16 for Tony Kukoc now as he completes a three-point play. And the Bulls again have a 10-point lead.
Robinson back in the game. Now Tony got some work cut out.
Kukoc guarding Robinson. Robinson wants to clear on the post. They will go through Robinson or Duncan. Somewhere along the line. From the outside, Jaren Jackson wouldn't go. Rebound back tap. Gary chases down. Jaren Jackson at the arc. To Duncan. Jackson for three. Burrell up high for the board. And he could not find a receiver. Tried to get it over to Michael.
Good work to go up high to get the ball, but then he tried to clear it out.
And he just had no passing angle whatsoever, but he had to get rid of it. So the Spurs retain possession. Not much in the three-point area for either team tonight. Duncan. Jackson from the outside. Jaren Jackson with 13. It's the fourth three-pointer of the night for the Spurs.
He's got three of them, one in each of the last three quarters.
71-64. Bulls with the lead in the ball. Under 10 minutes to go for the game. Kerr for two. You know, Red, he's had some timely field goals tonight. Three of them. 6 points.
You know, they don't have the attendance not counted yet. What are they counting them by head?
Yeah, must be. Supposed to be a record in here tonight. Jaren Jackson again loose for two, just inside the arc. Jackson with 15. Somebody better locate him. 73-66, Bulls by 7. Kukoc on the drive, tried to pitch back to Rodman, intercepted by Geary. Jaren Jackson on the run.
Everybody over the top, and he knocked it down. Is that Duncan?
It's either Duncan or Williams.
Yeah.
73-68, 5-point lead. Chicago. Kukoc. They cleared it out for him. He finds Kerr. Good ball movement. Burrell, an open look for three.
He usually gets one a game now, and that big time they doubled on the other side.
The lead is 8 points for the Bulls with 8:25 to go. Robinson double down. Jackson outside. Here's Williams to Duncan, the rookie. Double from Burrell. Duncan able to turn to the glass.
Good work by Duncan.
He was patient, Red. A lot of guys panic when they get double teamed that close to the basket. Duncan, like a veteran, made the turn, found his way to the bucket.
He gets in tight. He gets good looks at the basket.
6-point lead, Chicago. Under 8 minutes to go for the game. Kukoc stopped by Duncan. Pippen and Jordan are on the bench. All right, Jordan's still out there. Pippen's on the bench. Tony for three. Bring it up, 19 for Kukoc, his first tray of the night.
They fell asleep on Tony a little bit. He knocked it down.
Red, I'll tell you, Phil is at some point here going to want to get some rest for Michael Jordan. 7.5 to go in the game. Oh, nice pass to Monty Williams, and the tip by Duncan. Robinson, Williams, and Duncan on the tip.
Trading baskets now.
7-point lead, Chicago. As long as they keep trading, the Bulls will take that. Now Jordan. Michael double team coming at him. Gets it away to Steve Kerr. 5 to go on the shot clock. Jordan. Inside on Robinson.
In the face, everybody. They want to get it up quick.
23 for Jordan, and
timeout. He's got a technical foul.
Technical foul.
He was telling his team to get the ball up quick. That's what he was screaming at.
Technical foul on Coach Greg Popovich. Steve Kerr to the line.
Unless he was saying that Michael had warded him off, but Steve missed 2 free throws.
In Dallas, down the stretch.
Along Michael, everybody else missed them, and now he comes back and makes that tee.
And that's a 10-point lead now for the Bulls. Popovich wants a timeout, and he's still jawing it over with the officials. Bulls by 10, under 7 minutes to go in the fourth. A pass from Scottie Pippen at the buzzer to defeat San Antonio, 94-92. Here's Michael in action once again. Watch this now. The drive in on Robinson. And Coach Popovich may have been complaining about Michael with the off arm, John, warding off Robinson. It looked like, well, maybe a little bit, but usually that's a call that they'll get away with in that situation. And that may have precipitated a technical foul on Coach Popovich. Inside Robinson, scored in a
quick move. Dennis has played him so well coming to the middle. That time he reversed quickly down the baseline. Didn't give Dennis a chance to react. And Dennis picks up the foul, and watch this move by Robinson. Quick. Now Dennis figures he's going to come to the middle. He just ducks on inside. He has not missed the free throws. 28 points tonight.
Bill Cartwright believes Robinson's one of the quickest 7-footers in the game. He's right about that.
They get
ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Bulls. It'll belong to San Antonio. Here's tonight's highlight game brought to you by Miller Lite, who remind you anything can happen at Miller time. Washington beat Charlotte. Hey, that snaps a 10-game winning streak, I believe, by Charlotte.
Yes.
Franchise record. Del Negro to the foul line. Monty Williams. Oh! Scottie Pippen able to clear. Bulls on the move. Pippen holds up.
Oh!
Throws it away. Monty Williams is standing right there. Monty Williams on the drive.
Beautiful play. Terrible pass by Pip. That's Monty Williams' first basket, and it's now a 6-point lead. 6 minutes about to play here in this quarter, last quarter.
37,492, a new record here at the Alamo Dome. On hand for tonight's game. Kerr for three. Bring it up.
Over Robinson. He just looked over the top of his head and knocked the three down.
Under 6 minutes to go, and the Bulls lead by 9. Vinny Del Negro. Robinson against Rodman. Joe Klein comes over to help. Jackson driving on Jordan and Pippen, and who they get for the foul? I believe it's Michael on the foul. His second personal.
Second team foul.
The Chicago Bulls Charitables and Southby's will be conducting a Bulls memorabilia auction on April 4th. The auction will feature 92-93 championship banners from Chicago Stadium and much more. Call 312-455-4226 for more information. Pass from Robinson off the mark behind Williams. He couldn't handle. Pippen does. And the Bulls reassemble offensively. Kerr lifts a tray. And Duncan the rebound. Boy, that could have been a nail right there. That could have been a dagger. The Bulls lead 85-76 in a timeout called by San Antonio. Monty Williams off that last pass from Robinson came up limping, and now he is flat out down. 5:03 left to go in the game. Again, I don't know if he's going to get a rest in this one, Red. We thought he might get a break in the early portion of the fourth quarter, but we're well beyond the early minutes of the fourth quarter. Robinson with 8 to go on the shot clock for San Antonio. Over Dennis Rodman. Foul.
Tough play. Went to his left. Knocks it down. He's got 30 points. And he picks up the foul on Rodman, his third.
Not much Dennis can do here.
He's looking. Watch him come. Now there's a big height advantage, and he shoots over the top of Dennis. Catches the rim and falls in. Could have easily.
Monty Williams suffered a strained left groin. Will not return to the ball game tonight. Moments ago, Robinson missed another free throw. He's missed 2 here in the fourth quarter. So the Bulls reload the offense, leading 85-78. Coming up on 4:30 to go in this game.
There should be an illegal somewhere.
Pippen in the middle, on the block. To make his move. Line open from the outside. Rodman the rebound over Duncan.
A big rebound for Dennis. Big time.
Now the Bulls look to cash in.
What do you got? He looks over. Scotty looks at Phil. Little whistle, and he calls the 5.
8 to go for Michael. Jordan draws contact on Jaren Jackson. That's his 4th personal foul. 4 on the team.
Jaren Jackson went to try to block that on Michael's move. Wasn't there, so the foul is drawn. Dennis comes up with a big-time rebound and a miss by Joe Klein. 14 in the game for him. Duncan's got 11 rebounds. David Robinson with 8.
On Friday, March 20th, when the Bulls battle the Vancouver Grizzlies, it's Miller Genuine Draft Hat Night. First 10,000 adults 21 and over entering the United Center will receive a Bulls hat. Compliments of Miller Genuine Draft. Jordan 1 out of 2 at the line. Robinson all over that rebound. 86-78, Bulls on top. Jackson enters to Robinson. Against Rodman, the pass, not very good spacing to Duncan that time. 5 to go on the shot clock. Spurs are scrambled.
Hit the rim. He hit the rim, man. It's a good thing. It hit the rim, comes straight down. Pip's just going to bring it over half court. That's what he wants to do. Just get some time taken.
3.5 minutes to go in San Antonio. The Bulls on top, 86-78. Rodman to Jordan. Michael mishandles for a moment. 5 to go. Down to 3. Down to 2. Got it away. And hits.
Plenty of time. Are you kidding me?
Jordan with 26. 88-78. The lead is 10 for the Bulls. Robinson right back to work. Oh, beautiful reversal by Robinson. He's fouled by Dennis.
And it's his 4th, and that will put David back to the line again. And this is the first time the Bulls are in some foul trouble coming down the end of a quarter. Steve Kerr's going to get the call here to
make that 5 personal fouls on Dennis as the Admiral heads back to the line. Take a look at Jordan down the stretch against the shot clock.
With all the time in the world, Michael goes up in the air, knocks it in. What's that red flag? Wow.
Steve Kerr is back into the lineup, replacing Joe Klein.
Robinson, 32 points. Tony Kukoc now in. Oh, Dennis is still in there.
You've got Kerr, Pippen, Jordan, Kukoc, and Rodman on the floor for the Bulls. Under 3 minutes to go for the game. It's an 8-point Chicago lead. Jordan guarded by Jackson. Jackson all over him and commits the foul. That's his 5th.
Not very smart. Is that their 4th foul now? No, that should be the penalty, because remember they started out so quick with 3 fouls, and now Ron Harper is going to come back in. It's going to be a little defense here. Watch him all over. Well, first half, that would have been a clean play, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, maybe. 26 points for Jordan. He could restore a 10-point lead if he makes them both. Simpkins is in for Kukoc. Jordan has played all the way, Red, I believe, in both the third and now the fourth quarters here, so he's gone the distance in the second half, if I'm not mistaken. We've got the shooter's bounce on the second. 28 for Jordan. The lead is 10 for Chicago. Coming up on 2.5 to go for the game. Robinson facing Simpkins.
Oh, tough shot. Very good shot by the Admiral, and he's got 34.
The lead is 8 once again for the Bulls. Pressure in the backcourt by San Antonio, and Pippen able to advance off a screen by Jordan. Simpkins with a high screen. Rodman on the block. Now he vacates. They clear it out for Michael Jordan against the rifleman Chuck Person. Robinson lurking to help. Jordan to the left hand in their face. They had big time help that time from Duncan and the Robinson. 30 for Jordan. The lead is 10 once again for the Bulls. Jackson to Robinson against Simpkins. Got a push coming up there. Third personal on Dickie Simpkins. Puts the Bulls over the limit. Dickie's role in this game is just to put a body on Robinson once in a while.
What they did was they took, they wanted to keep Rodman in the game, so they took him off of Robinson, put him over on Duncan, and they're still going. That's why Dickie Simpkins in, because he's got a plethora of fouls to give.
Yes, he certainly does. He has 3 more to give if he'd like to in these final minute 53. Robinson. Take a look at the tandem, the Texas two-step tonight. 49 points between them. Duncan up in Chicago had 22 rebounds, I believe, in that ball game in September. Or September, November.
But that was a double overtime, so.
Robinson, 1 out of 2. He's getting tired.
His high this year is 39. He's sitting on 35.
92-83. Bulls on top by 9. Bulls spread the floor. Pippen to Kukoc off the screen. Oh, they lost. Oh, yeah.
That crowd loves it, and so does the Bulls bench as we head for a timeout. Look at the Bulls bench out here to greet Scottie Pippen with a hammer.
1 minute 37 seconds to go. Pippen delivers a dagger, and the Bulls lead by 11. Quarter, but that's been it. They have really worked their offense, and I think Red executed very well offensively all along the 3 of the 4 quarters of this game. And take a look at Scottie Pippen. He just got lost. They lost him to the San Antonio Spurs.
Well, what happened was Chuck Person played him, ran into the screen, and wasn't able to switch, and Pip just went in and hammered it down. So we got a minute and about 25 seconds left here.
Del Negro. Spurs trying to assemble quickly. Robinson turns over Kukoc. Pippen the big rebound. Coming up on a minute left to go in the game, and the Bulls by 11. Boy, this has, again, been without Luke Longley. And they could have used him against the tall timber the Spurs provide here tonight. 8 to go on the shot clock now for Pippen. Finds Jordan. Jackson knocks it away. And knocked out of bounds. Who's it going to belong to? I believe the Bulls with 5 seconds to go on the shot clock will get it back. Will Perdue coming back in along with Malik Rose. And Robinson and Person leave.
20-second timeout by the Bulls. There's 5 seconds on the clock. Phil wants, you cannot go to the
Kerr.
Kerr pushed Dennis out of the way so he could get the ball.
And the Bulls spread the floor, running some time. You're not going to see a repeat of Dallas, Red.
Nope.
No way. Down to 4 to go on the shot clock. Tony Kukoc elevates. And the rebound, Vinny Del Negro has to save, and does to Tim Duncan. Malik Rose and Will Perdue in that lineup for the Spurs now. Del Negro on the drive, off balance, comes up short. Pippen rebound. Final seconds ticking away. What a victory this is for the Bulls. The feed to Kukoc. He was pushed with 4.9 seconds remaining. And Dennis Rodman with a little hug on Greg Popovich, the coach of the San Antonio Spurs. Apparently no hard feelings between them. When Rodman left here, Popovich was the general manager at the time, not the coach. Rodman's problems were mostly, I guess, with Bob Hill, the current head coach at the time. Meanwhile, Tony at the line.
You know,
on us first.
If you're going into Texas to play Dallas and San Antonio, and you said Bulls would come home with a split, you'd think it'd be the reverse game, right? But the Bulls get it together here.
And I harken back to our pregame conversation with Phil Jackson. He said, I don't know if we're equipped to win this game tonight. We're not going to have Luke Longley to bang with the big guys from San Antonio. Del Negro 3 counts, but it's only for academics. The Bulls with an impressive 96-86 victory over San Antonio. Let's go back to the third quarter. In that third quarter, when the Bulls outscored the Spurs 28-20, Ron Harper with 13 points in that quarter helped keep the Bulls afloat, and matter of fact helped them build their lead.